Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we're going to do another 200% showcase. So, on the Ginyu banner, I was able to pull a copy, and then I bought two more to rainbow the tech androids because I'm really loving this androids team, and I really want it to be like maxed out. So these guys are rainbowed, max links, ready to go. I'm really curious to see how well they're going to perform here with like the full rainbow, full max links, right? So I'm going to just quickly review their passive just in case any of you forgot, and then we're going to jump right into the showcase. So they raise attack and defense for one turn. They do immense damage and they seal. I actually almost forget that they seal because I'm not usually, I don't do SPR runs all the time. So I'm usually using events where the enemies can't be sealed, but that guaranteed seal, very good. Then they get attack 170, defense 180. They randomly change key spheres to tech. And then they get an additional attack and defense 35% per tech key sphere. If they're grabbing non-tech, then they get 18 attack and 17 defense per sphere. But so typically you want to grab tech if you can, right? And then they get another 70% attack if with 7 or more key spheres. They get 80% defense with 8 or more key spheres. And then an additional 1 key per rainbow key sphere. They launch an additional guaranteed super if HP is 35% or less. And then they nullify Ki Blast super attacks directed at the character for the duration of that turn if HP is 35% or more when receiving the attack. So what makes this unit so busted, they have a bit of a nuking passive, actually a pretty big nuking passive, but they change their own orbs. And then the big thing is that they absorb any Ki Blast attack, like without condition, other than being above 35% HP, which isn't that big of a deal, right? So they're going to be absorbing attacks. You're going to notice a huge jump in attack and defense when you're 8 key spheres or more. So we're going to be looking for that. Because one is you're getting more orbs, so you're nuking more, but you're getting that extra 70 and 80% attack and defense on 7 and 8 key spheres, right? So that's really, really huge there. So normally that would be a pretty big problem, but because they orb change it, it actually is okay. Even with the orb changing, though, you're not really guaranteed to get 7 or 8. So we're definitely going to see some turns with it, some without it. I went fairly balanced on my hidden potential with the 17 additional 15 crit, and you can see your full level 10 links. So we're obviously running the new Cell Android team. My goal is to link them up with Giro and 19, so we'll get them around to that. The other thing that's really busted about them is their active skill, which is typically turn 1 you can just knock it out, but it's literally just a Ghost Usher for the turn. So they have that active right now, but I'll wait to use it. So on this turn, we've got 4 out of 7 links here. So, and remember that this AGL androids, they are a really good defense support. All right, so I got the orbs to drop in a way to get me some tech orbs. So we're only going to get 6 orbs here. So this is a pretty good starting turn just to show maybe like one of their not as good turns looking like. So they're 220k defense, but remember they're getting defense on orb, right? So yeah, let's grab the 6 orbs with 5 of them being tech. Remember, we're getting 35% attack and defense per orb there. So now we're at 330k start of turn defense, and they're getting defense on super. So they're going to go up from that. So that being a fairly minimal turn, their defense is actually going to look really good. And I think they're going to put up a really decent attack stat here. I'm hoping that second form Cell doesn't go too crazy. But this Goku should be able to survive at least a super attack from the Cell. I'm just hoping he doesn't like double super, double crit or anything crazy like that to get our androids a turn here, but I really wanted them in the middle for the links. Oh yeah, we're fine. Yep. All right, so 6.4. I'm going to tell you right now, for only getting 6 orbs on a nuking character that missed a 70% attack passive, 6.4 is looking pretty darn good, and then 6.7 on the additional. With the amount of defense, and then once again with the additionals, you're getting another defense stack. So, yeah, they were looking pretty good that turn. They were probably like 500k defense, like in that range. And once again, that was without the extra 80% defense they could have had and without the extra 70% attack. So there's a reason why these tech androids are regarded as the best or one of the best Dokkanfest TURs in the game, like non-EZA TURs. They're pretty darn crazy. I would say right now, them and Ginyu are like probably the 2 people talk about the most as the top 2. And I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that. Okay, so here we've just got a physical cell, AGL cell. Now what I'm going to try to do here, I kind of want to set up like a bunch of orbs together. But like I'm set up here where I have to grab a bunch. But here I'm going to go fairly minimal on my orb grabbing. as long as we don't take out the Goku. And then if physical orbs get changed, like we're taking a risk because we don't know what color orb is going to get changed. But if you can kind of in the previous turn just set up fat chunks of orbs, hopefully the androids change one of the colors you chunked out, and then you'll get a really nice turn. So that's the thing with these orb changing characters. You can kind of plan ahead on the previous turn and try to help them make them look really good on their turn. Obviously, we're always trying to leave tech orbs up. But once again, if you leave big chunks out, in some ways, characters that change a specific orb color are actually a little bit better because then you can plan a little bit easier. So now, obviously, we're getting a fresh turn here, so our pre-planning doesn't really matter on that turn. Oh, the orb changing was really bad there. So yeah, linked up with Jiro 19, they just naturally get 4 links. In the middle here, yeah, same 4 links. So we'll just put them in slot 1. So, all right, let's try this as a different turn. So this is going to be 7 orbs, but no tech. So they only got 17% and then 18% for attack and defense instead of 35. So they're getting like half as much per orb, but we got the extra 70% for getting 7 orbs. So the attack will probably look pretty comparable to what we had on the last turn. If not, maybe still a little bit more, even though we didn't get tech orbs. Let's see what it looks like here. Oh, I forgot to check defense. So yeah, 6.7. So pretty similar, right? So it is worth going non-tech as long as you can get 7 or 8 orbs. They'll actually still look pretty good. But ideally, you want to get the best turns for this unit are when you're getting 8 tech orbs, like attack and defense wise. If you're getting 8 tech orbs, they're going to be pretty much like top tier, like ridiculous attack and pretty much unkillable defensively. They're going to be able to tank almost anything in the game. Not to mention that if that super attack coming is a Ki Blast, they're just going to absorb it anyways. And what's really good about them is their Ki Blast absorb, they're not dodging. So on enemies that block dodging, they can still absorb. That's what's super good. Like, they're not locked out of the like legendary Vegeta event or like the red zone stages that block dodging. Like, they can still tank that, which is really, really good. Okay, so this turn here. All right, so what am I going to do here? I want to find a way. I guess I'm going to try to grab the int. And then we're going to try to leave the stack of physical orbs up. And then we're going to hope that maybe physical is the color chosen. If we can get physical chosen next turn, we're going to have a really nice turn. Now, I did bring a bunch of orb changing, so we definitely are going to see like a ridiculous orb change turn. I might wait a little bit for like a UI Goku phase. See if we can't like just one-shot UI Goku with a nuke turn. We'll see. Obviously, they're not realistic turns, but it's kind of fun to see what a character's potential is on a nuke. Actually, do I need to take these guys in the punching bag? I bet they would be pretty darn good in punching bag, actually. I wonder if tech androids are the best tech unit for punching bag. Would they be better than tech Bojack Gohan? They actually might. We might have to do a new... because my punching bag videos actually do really well. I might re-record and do a new tech punching bag. I think I'm going to put that on my list of videos because I'm going to try tech androids in the punching bag. Let's see how they do in there. I'm kind of curious. I'm not going to lie. I think they can get it done. I'm pretty sure they can. What I might do is do them on... well, at some point in my video, I'll probably take them into an item stage and see, like, with items what they can do. That way I just know, like, what their ceiling is, right? I can just figure out what they do. Okay. So, this turn... okay. Oh, yeah. This team is too powerful, you guys. We, like, can't... we, like, can't even, like, set up orbs because we're killing every single time. And we're actually non-supported here. I mean, we are supported by the Jiro 19, but sure. Let's do an orb change turn, and let's see if we can't just, like, one-shot. See if we can't just one-shot this. Because we're going to run out of turns, right? So I've got to orb change at some point. Otherwise, I'm just going to run out of turns. I should have done Legendary Vegeta event. This event's too weak for these androids, right? That's okay. Let's just pop it off here. Alright, so let's do a nice fat turn here. So, sure, 18. Is that the best we can get? Sure, we'll do 18. Sure, let's do 18 orbs. And actually, I'm going to use my Ghost Usher here. Okay, so pre-orb, we're at 217k defense. After orb, it's going to be ridiculous. 668k defense. Pretty darn good. And we're going to be putting up a really, really fat attack stat. Unless this UI Goku dodges, he is out of here. Yeah, an 11 mil attack stat. Pretty good for a Dokkanfest TUR, right? But once again, this is a pretty fabricated turn. But we could have had another support unit, so that attack stat definitely could be a lot higher. And sure, let's grab the additional at 12.5. So doing a 23, 24 mil attack stat on this turn, not too bad. Yeah, yep, androids one-shot STRUI Goku. This is why people say Ginyu is so good, by the way, because we had to do some crazy shenanigans to get that turn. Ginyu, like, transformed without orb changing or anything crazy, because he doesn't need orbs. Ginyu can put up a 30 mil attack stat in a turn, because he can do, basically, when he's transformed, he's usually sitting around 9 to 10 mil attack stats and can triple super. So it's not guaranteed supers, but he can do it. He has it in him to basically get 30 mil attack stats while having like a million defense, by the way, because he's probably stacked up to that by that point. That's why Ginyu is probably the best TUR in the game. People like kind of complain like, oh, his team is so limited, you got to run him, whatever. But if you think about it, he's not that limited, because for a unit to be at their best, they've got to be on a 200% team. There's only like 4 200% teams in the game. There aren't a lot of 200% teams. So anybody is limited right now to be on a 200% team. And then the other thing is the Ginyu Force team isn't just Ginyu Force. Like, they're Space Traveling Warriors, they're Terrifying Conquerors. There's like 3 or 4 actually pretty built out categories that they belong to. Even Special Pose. And like, Special Pose isn't a great category, but now you can take them into Special Pose Super Battle Road and just dominate it. So there's like, I think 4, maybe 5 Super Battle Roads the Ginyu Force team can do, because you could do Generic Extreme, because I think you can get all the colors in there. You can do, here, we'll look at his categories. Let me just do this proper. Or no, I can't look at his categories because I don't have Ginyu up right now, but Terrifying Conqueror, Space Traveling Warriors, Ginyu Force, Special Pose, just to name a few, right? And there might be another category on top of that. So the Ginyu Force isn't as limited as people say they are, and they're ridiculous team. All right, this is going to be our last turn for androids, and actually, the orb changing worked out pretty well for us. 9. Okay, good. So this here, this is going to be a realistic natural turn. So we're going to get 9 orbs. So we are 252k defense pre-super. This is 9 tech orbs, so we're going to get the full passive. So 500k defense for only 9 orbs. So that's the difference. When you get the 8 orbs, the defense just skyrockets. So this is a more realistic turn. We didn't use any items to get this. With type disadvantage here, I think with the 500k defense, we're going to be absolutely fine. Goku is going to die here for sure, by the way, because this is a Dokkan attack and he only has 2 bars left. So we are good. And the attack stat at what? 8.4 mil. So these tech androids, they're considered one of the best TRs in the game for a reason. And this is it, man. They've got Ghost Usher. They've got Orb Changing. They've got Sealing, which didn't even come into play in this video. They have ridiculous attack and defense stats. They're just ridiculously good. And there we go. Legendary Goku event absolutely decimated. Let me know what you guys think of these tech androids. I think they're absolutely fantastic. Definitely tempting on the Ginyu banner, especially if you don't have them, to try to get them, because they are crazy good and they work really well in that AGL Cell team. So anyways, guys, hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.